G'day and welcome back to the Road to the Great Canadian Open Winter 2026. My name is Clarence and this is my video series as you follow me as I paint up my Brotherhood Without Banners army 1 hour a day, 1 day at a time. The point of this video series is for me to try and help you to paint up your army as well. You looking at the screen right now. It's hard being an army. It's hard, and I think it feels like a insurmountable task. And the key is just to start digging somewhere, just to chip away at it, to carve out some time, be on your phone less, watch TV less, something, 15 minutes, half an hour, just chip, and work away at your army. So, the song's a great game. My favorite tabletop game by far. And if all of us brought painted armies to the table, I think it would attract more eyeballs to the game and get more players to join. So that's my preachy rant out of the way. Let's take a look at where we're at and what's the next step. So this is where we're picking up. The models are pretty much done, barring last details like skin, the hats, and the swords, scabbards, and weapons, etc. I'm also thinking I may try to add a little bit of detail on the front of the hood. There's like a little crease there, and if I paint that white and paint each guy with a different color, it'll help break them up and make them look a little bit different, because unfortunately I forgot to switch up the color scheme every third model, so they're all looking very clonish at the moment. So if we have time, we'll do that, but we don't know until we get started. So we're going to start the skin tone. 1 hour work starts now. See you soon. About 10 minutes later, the Crusader Flesh from Army Painter has been applied. I think Gilman Flesh is a good substitute. And that was really quick, so I'm pretty happy. I think I'm going to do the hair on these three models and the hats next. To try and give them some variety, they're all going to be different. So every hat will be painted a different color, and every guy will have a different hair color as well. Once that's done, I think we're just down to swords. And once the swords are done, depending on the time, I may go back on the 5 guys of hoods and break up the front of the hood with different colors so that they don't look too clonish. So on to hats and hair. See you soon. 15 minutes later, all the head stuff's done. So I had a guy with wildwood in the back. I had a guy who's a redhead. I do my red with a Feast on Red and Dryad Bark, a little mixed a little bit. And the front guy had a Screaming Skull kind of color, which is like a bleach bone from old school, like an off-white. And then for the hats, the back one there is Snakebite Leather. Middle one, I believe, is Basilicum Gray. And the front one is Wildwood. So just trying to keep the same colors I've been using all throughout so everything looks consistent. I then washed the redhead with brown. And I washed the front guy with Brecken Flesh Wash. The guys with hats actually have hair as well, and I actually use the exact same hair colors. So the front 2 are actually blondes, middle 2 are redheads, blah, blah. So we're now down to just the scabbards, and if there's time left over, I can maybe do the front part of the hood to break up all the hood guys as well. So I think for the scabbards, what I'm going to do is the main part, I'm going to use this guy as an example, I'll paint with Basilicum Gray. The straps, I'll go with Snakebite Leather, hilts, and pommels with gold, tip of the scabbard with gold as well, and the handle with red. So I think I've got my scheme laid out. We'll come back when that's all done. So 35 minutes to go. Hopefully we can get that all done. See you soon. 35 minutes later, we are done. So we did all the details on the swords, and it took about 20 minutes to do the Basilicum Gray and Snakebite Leather, and about 15 minutes more to do the red and brown wash. So all the little scabbards and hilts and stuff are all done. Just trying to take a pan over, you can see them a little more clearly. So while we could stop here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push a little bit harder to do the last little details on the 5 hooded heads. The front part has like a flap that I'm going to paint white, and then I'm going to do each one with a different color so that they look a little bit less like clones. So even though we're at our hour limit, we're going to hopefully paint for maybe 15 minutes more to get that last detail done, and then we'll be satisfied that they won't look totally clone-like. Alright folks, see you soon with the last step. About 10 minutes later, we are done for the day. So I can kind of see what I did here. It looks In hindsight, a little Christmassy, so I kind of regret the way it looks, but it does fit the scheme, so I'm going to stick with it. I took a little bit of Wraithbone and white, and I just kind of went over the front of the hoods. There's like a little weird folded section, and then I just painted them different colors. So I happened to choose green and red because I already used those schemes, and I kind of like the off-white as is, so I kept it, but it does look Christmassy, but we will keep it as is because it does fit the scheme. All right, so we are done, folks. Normally I would put the oil wash in now, but I think I'm actually going to paint up Ravella and Angui, and I will oil wash all of them, including Barrack, together, so that I will have the Barrack list more or less fully painted. The only thing I'll be missing at that point will be Thoros and CU. So that'll be our next session, folks. Thanks for watching. Keep the faith. See you next time. Please share the video with anyone who think might benefit from a painting video series. Bye-bye.